Good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy April the 2nd, Sunday morning. It is Palm Sunday. Oh, yes. So, time to get those palms put on you. Palm Sunday is today. So, I just hope you all are doing well and that you all are having a great morning. I'm getting ready to get my coffee and heading to a worship service. So, yeah. So, Final Four, San Diego State and UConn. So, no Florida teams are going to be in the championship. Those things happen. So, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, somebody's got to laugh, and somebody definitely has to cry. So, So what have y'all done this weekend? Any great things this weekend that anyone has done? What's up? Promises manifested. How you doing? How are you? Well, you all, I did not go see Ari Spears. We decided not to. Um, my party did not want to go. I'm glad you're doing great. Promises manifested. My party did not want to go see him, so they're still dealing with that Tiffany Haddish situation. So he was actually in San Antonio. He may still be here, but I know he was here Saturday to do two shows. We didn't do a lot. We just hung out and then went on back home. Um, I wanted to go to the Texas Relays and the Urban Music Festival. And baby, so Michelle A. Michelle A. and somebody was at the Urban Music Festival and they wanted $85 for them tickets just to see Michelle A. and some of these people that ain't. It was like a lot of one-hit wonder people for the Urban Music Fest. And the last time I went to the Urban Music Festival, it was Eric Benet, Music Soul Child, um, back SWV, and it was another group, but that was worth $85. But Michelle A. and some other people, I can't even remember the people. Oh, Zap. Okay, Roger Trotman, God rest his soul, is not with Zap anymore. And the last time I saw Zap, they were at the Comanche Park in San Antonio, and it was free. And they tore it up like they needed rent money last night. But I wasn't paying no $85, and so we didn't go to Austin. Get ready to bring the message this morning. Have a wonderful day. I pray it's a good one. Thank you, Promise Manifested. I appreciate that. But the weekend is, it is what it is. So we're going to go to worship service. I usually go earlier because I have duties. But yeah, so usually I have worship service and we may go eat at a restaurant. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't know about you all, but they laying off a whole lot in San Antonio. So USAA is laying off a lot of people, and so we're seeing a lot of layoffs in the city. So even though that there are jobs, there are plenty of layoffs as well. So y'all pray for these people who getting laid off. Juicycation is still happening. And I'm going to mention it every once in a while, but juicycation is happening. Thank you all for getting your rooms. April 15th is fastly approaching. And we're really going to push it until April 15th because we really want people to get the best price. I do not want juicycation to shoot up for you because we don't control the prices that are locked after the 15th. So April the 15th is the last day that you can get that price. So I just want to put that out there. We are going and we have a lot of people going. I appreciate it. Y'all, we're going to have a good time. And again, we ain't coming with no foolishness. We ain't coming with no mess. We're just really coming to empower, engage, entertain, and that's what we really want to do. So hopefully I will see you all there. I was in the gym. Lord knows I was in the gym yesterday. Ooh, I sure didn't want to be there, but I was there in Jesus' name. And yeah, so I've been hitting the gym. So let's get ready. Let's get ready. So juicycation. Come on, Vivian. Juicycation. So it's a lot of things going on, you all. A lot of things. Hold on for a minute. I am at the McDonald's. That's right, Miss Ebony. Put it on in there. And the code still works. So, like I said, you all be there and be ready to go. Hold on for a minute, you all. So you all, I'm back. So we are gonna have a great time. Let me explain what the hotel room is about too, because I don't want anybody to get confused. We are not going to have a hotel in the Bahamas. The Bahamas will be there for an extended period of time, but then we're going to be back on the ship. People may need a hotel if they come in early. So say the cruise leaves on Friday, right? You may want to be there on Thursday. Give me a minute. So just to let you all know that that's why you may need a hotel room because you may come in early. So I just want to make sure. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Have a good one. So, because you don't ever want to play around with flights and, get to the location. You just don't know with flights. You don't know if it's going to be delayed or so. That's why I say, you may want to come in a day early to get a hotel. Now, if you want to book that through me, I am a travel agent now. That's right, and you're right. It doesn't take long at all. It's a good deal, and I'm telling you what, you can do that through me. So I appreciate that, ma'am. Appreciate that, sir. So if you all want to do that, you can. Unlike other people, I do credit card authorizations. Hello, somebody. For your safety, my safety. We'll discuss that later on. But I am qualified and have the authority to book rooms, trips, train rides, even give you tickets if you're trying to go to a concert. Um, because I do have those credentials now, and then it doesn't take long to do, and so I can do that, and I've been doing it for myself for a long time, so might as well get paid for it. Uh, what's up, Itsy Bitsy? So I'm just here in the morning, you all, and heading to an early morning service. It is Palm Sunday, And this is what we're doing on Palm Sunday. And let me say something to you all. Never be ashamed of any work. That beef, and we pick at folk because that's what we do. That's what we do in the beef sector. But let me say this. I don't care who you are. If your job is paying you wages and you get a 1099 or a W-2, keep on working. Do what you got to do. I will never, ever fault somebody for working at all. And so I'll put that out there because I know what we do in the beef sector. I know how we do as a people. But baby, I would rather you to be working and really putting the time in than selling drugs, prostituting, and other things to get a coin. That could take you to jail. So you're never going to hear me. Now, like I said, this is the beef sector, so, people going to do what they got to do. But in reality, beyond the beefs, beyond the comedy that we do, I don't mess with nobody in their work. We have so many people who ain't working, who ain't doing nothing. And, yeah, so I applaud people who work. So, yes, I have a gig of being a travel agent. Now, not for this trip, though. So this is a carnival trip because, again, as promised, I ain't touching nobody's stuff. I mean that. So this is carnival. But, again, you all, what's really important about this is that even if we did do it, we've always been honest. We've always kept our word, and y'all know how we do. So we do not cheat people out their money. We don't give promises that we don't deliver. So I'm excited, but the trip is going on, and I will say on Monday, if you need a hotel, let Vivian know, and Vivian will let me know, and I will look at the best rates, and you know, just let me know what you need, and we will get you set. So that's what I do. Now, if you want to do it on your own, you can do it on your own as well. It doesn't matter, but that is available if you want it. That's that simple. So other than that, you all, the cruise is going to be great. And we have gifts for everyone who comes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. But you got to be there. So just to let you all know. Mm. Ooh, this coffee is good. Mm. Ooh, let me get over. All right, you all. I'm back. I just had to get over. You all, I want you all to celebrate. This is the fourth month in this new year, and we ought to celebrate. But while we're celebrating, we need to be very focused on what's going on. In Tennessee, they have passed a law. They have passed a law which was stopped, but they were trying to pass a law that people could not do drag in public places. So, yeah. Now I see that they're trying to attribute, unfortunately, y'all, this is why you got to be so careful. So now they're trying to lump this disturbed person. Oh, we have a confirmed content creator coming that will be bringing gifts for all in the group. Ooh, Vivian. Mm, my God. My God. Well, look, y'all, Juicy Case, you're going to be on. I just can't speak on it enough, but it's going to be on and popping. Be there. Y'all got time. Look. Before I go on to this next thing, y'all got time. The 15th, $25. July, $100 towards it. And then $50 because, again, it's going to be $374 if you have a roommate or if you have somebody going with you. But you have enough time to put money towards it and you'll be ready to go and have some spending money at that. So anyway, let me get back to what I was saying that's really disturbing. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. But let me tell you what's disturbing with the Republican Party for me right now. They're trying to attribute that trans individual in Tennessee with all people, with drag and everything. And it was very unfortunate that that disturbed person went to that school and did what they did. That's never good. And that person had some mental issues. What's up, Game Tight? That person had some mental issues. But stop trying to pass the buck and pass some decent gun reform and get background checks and deal with people psychologically. One thing I would like to know too is what issues did this person have at that school? Because this person went to a Christian school. So I would love to know the nitty gritty details. But everybody, what's up, Treasure Lane? Everybody who is trans aren't doing things to hurt people. And so we need not to do that. No more than somebody who's black who may have done the same thing is prone to. That doesn't mean all black people are prone to do everything. I just think that we need to really, boy, you better run for that bus in Jesus' name. Run! Boy, he was running. All right, but I just wanted to put that out there, you all, because I see a lot of this type of thinking going on. And I just think that we need to be very careful. And what this is a hot button issue. It's a political issue to rouse up those people who have issues already. And again, this is a Trump situation as well. Y'all, I'm very disappointed in these Republicans. And this Trump thing is going to hurt them. I don't think it's going to help. I think it's going to hurt. And I'm going to tell you why. This man is going to be indicted. Oh, the pastor was her personal counselor? See, I didn't know all of that. Yeah. It's some dirt in that milk. It just don't sound right to me. And again, I don't excuse people for doing that. It is never right to do that. And I want to make sure we know that that's a crime. But we got to look deep into what's going on. We have to look deeper into what's going on. And we cannot blame a whole group of people because of one person's actions. And you know, people don't like that. Let me tell you something else too. I thought there was some connection in some kind of way. It's a lot of things going on. But let me tell you something. I am tired of this mess. Trump not only is going to be indicted in New York, but he's probably going to be indicted in Georgia. for trying to push those people to look for votes. So it's a lot of stuff that he is going to be indicted for. The man has done a crime. And what bothers me is that if this was Barack Obama, it would be on. And one thing that I noticed too is that Bragg is a black man. And I'm telling you, some of the rhetoric coming out of that is racist. Do you understand me? And I can't think of his name, but he is an MSNBC reporter. Um, oh, I can't think of his name, but he was saying that he was a critic of Trump, and Trump attacked him, but not in the same way that he's attacking Brad and Letitia James. And these are people of color. And it's deep. It's deep. So we're looking at this stuff, and I'm just shaking my head because he is going to be indicted. And one thing is, no one is above the law. No one is above the law. And so, y'all know if this was Obama, it would be a whole different case. They would have had him shackled. They would have. You all know what it would give. So my thing is, it's just showing us what people are about. And I just think it's sad that these people think this is political. This man created crimes. Do you not know for him owning that hotel and still being the president was a violation? This man has violated so many laws. Now he's a private citizen. He's not the president anymore. He's a private citizen. So you got to face the music, period. You're a private citizen now. And so they're going to, it's a lot going on. And I think they're really treating him with kid gloves, to be honest. Because if it was somebody else, we wouldn't get all of this treatment. But if the man is guilty, he's guilty. If he's done crimes, he's done crimes. And this is not only New York. You got Georgia. You got the businesses. You have a lot of stuff going on. You know, his controller, his CFO has testified. So it's a lot of stuff going on. And so they need to get him and do what they need to do. So I'm just being honest with that. I'm being very honest with that. You know, yeah. So let me see what y'all saying here, because I'm parking now. I thought that, okay, somebody said he have a next fraud case. Yeah, we should convict Donald Trump of these charges right away. Trump was to turn himself in from Friday. They lied and said he can't come until Tuesday. This man do too much. Again, what are we saying to the American people? That you can just do anything, and just because you have power and money, you can do what you want to do? That's what we're saying. So Blondie Queen, exactly. And you all, let me say this. This is not because, look, we know that this man has had a history of crimes. This is not the first. This didn't start because he was the president. This was way before. This is way before he was president. When he cheated those contractors and didn't pay him to pay the contractors, when it's a lot of stuff that he's done. How are you going to have a foundation but use it for business? How are you going to have a university and frauding people? This stuff has happened way before he was president. And what it tells me is that Americans, some Americans, not all, but some Americans don't really care. And long as you speak like we want you to speak, long as you do what we want you to do, long as you stack the Supreme Court with conservatives, we fine. I'm really surprised at the evangelical Christians. And I'm surprised at them because, Barack Obama was married to one wife. Barack Obama actively went to a evangelical church. It's a liberal evangelical church, but he actually went. But yet y'all stand behind this man because he's attacking transgender and gay rights, and he's attacking all of it. You stand with this man. And I don't even think Trump believes half the stuff that he's been doing. I just think he's doing it to be in power. But this is what y'all stand behind. And voting for Ron DeSantis is almost like voting for a baby Trump. So we're wondering when he's going to get arrested. My thing is, are they going to have the Secret Service going into the prison? Because he is a president, and that's another thing. Are you all going to discontinue his protection because he broke the law? Or are you all going to have a Secret Service detail that will be with him in prison? See, this is a whole nother rabbit hole we got to go through, because if he does go to jail, which he should, because he committed a crime, how are we going to do this? It's a lot of stuff we got to look at, because no president has ever been indicted for a crime. Yeah, Trump was a lifelong Democrat. Let me tell you something about Fox. Baby, Dominion getting ready to get that Fox tail. Dominion is ready to get Fox. Dominion has, see, this is what I don't get. I don't understand how people can still watch Fox News, which is not news, it's Fox Entertainment. I don't understand how people can watch that from what's been in the deposition. Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, all of those people knew that they were lying when it came to Dominion, and they went with it. And that should show you all how, baby, let me tell you, Fox is something else as well. Fix News, yeah, they something else as well. So all of these people are going through, and who wants corruption all the time? Who wants that? So now let me say this really quickly to Holy Mother Teresa. First of all, it is my opinion that individual had some psychological problems. It is my belief that the parents knew that person had psychological problems, and it seems like no one really did anything about it. Also, we need to regulate guns. No one should have an AR nothing. Have your pistol. Have your shotgun. But when it comes to these semi-automatic and these automatic weapons, why do you need them? No one hunts with automatic weapons. These weapons should be used for military purposes only. Also, it should be a cooling down period. So let's talk about gun control and gun reform legislation. That's my thing. Now, I don't know about the trans community marching for this person. That person is no longer here. Okay. But I do think that there's a problem when you try to take someone who is trans and make it that all trans people are criminal. That's a problem. Because just like saying that it's like what people try to do with same gender loving men, that they're all the P word. And we have to be very careful with that. And I really want to get into the minutia of why that person, see, I would love to know the why. Why would that person go to that particular school? There are schools everywhere in Nashville. But why did that person choose that school? And first of all, my heart goes out to the victims because, again, they didn't deserve that. And my heart goes out that people got to die. And this is not the first time. You all, there have been a lot of situations like this in a lot of places. But I want to know why that particular person would go to that particular school. And I really want to know what was the cause, what was the motivation, what was the motive behind this. She did attend the school. She did attend the school. And this person was a writer, an activist. So I really want to know. I really want to know what made that person snap to do that. And I'm not saying what the individual did was right. It was wrong. You took somebody's life. But I really want to know the what behind it. Now, I'm concerned. Oh, I got coffee on my shirt, dang it. I knew it was too good to be true. I want to know, though, and we have to realize, you all, that trans women of color, are they are killed at an alarming rate. And it's not until recently that people have really started recognizing it and have done and start doing something about it. And a lot of the men know what they're getting into. Some don't, but a lot do. And when they are discovered, then that's when they get angry. Or, yeah, it's a lot of stuff behind that. But no one deserves to lose their life. Period. No one. No one. So media outlets around the country join hands today to call for a moment of silence. Remember, not saying, but we hear this from even priests. If that was the case, hopefully it will come out. Yeah, we don't know what happened. And again, I think people really need psychological help. This is why I think it's very important for people to pull away from YouTube. Really, because of this. And I'm with you, Madam Moselle Pierre. Children are traumatized. This is not only happening at Christian schools, it's happening at charter schools, it's happening at public schools. Every other day, somebody is, getting deleted. because of a school incident. And we want to say, well, we should have had police there. Okay, so we barely have enough police officers now. So you mean to tell me that for Marjorie Stone Douglas, which that school had almost 3 to 4 thousand students, that we should have that many police officers? This school was a school of 250. So again, that doesn't make any sense. And I don't think everyone should be carrying guns in schools, because we have seen what students get punished the most. And because of that, I don't feel comfortable with some of these instructors having firearms, to be honest. I can't understand why other countries don't have this problem, but we do in America. I also think that it is a misinterpretation to say that everybody can bear arms because of militia. A militia back in those days was a militia. It was to fight the British. It was actually a militia. We don't have militias now. If you want to join the United States Marines, Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, Space Force, you can do that. But there's no need. Also, our militia is the National Guard, if you want to put it that way. So this is giving people the right. And I'm going to say this. All of this stems from is, again, slavery. And I'm telling you, it bothers me. And I'll tell you what really bothers me is that Black people can have a registered firearm and they still lose their life. When I look at Castile, and when he was in his car with his girlfriend and his child, that man said, I am registered to carry a gun. He still lost his life. And I just think that it bothers me. It bothers me. It bothers me that a whole group of people can take over a national park, shoot at officers, and still live to get convicted. That bothers me, because that tells me that somebody was being patient with those people and didn't want loss of life. No criminal record. It bothers me that people are trying to make that woman who passed away on January the 6th, when the police officers told her to stop. They warned her and they had to take her out. But yet they're trying to make that woman a martyr because she was breaking the law? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's no excuse. But again, you see that. We have seen people get out of the car and live. But you let somebody African American get out of the car and see what happens. Because this is why I have a problem with Ron DeSantis trying to eliminate diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Because diversity, equity, inclusion means that we are equal. We are all American. What I make as a man, you should make as a woman. What that white man makes, me as a Black man should make the same, because we're dealing with diversity, equity, and inclusion. And without diversity, people want diversity and inclusion, but they don't want equity. Because somebody wants to feel superior to somebody else. And when you want to feel superior to someone else, then that's when we have a problem. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But see, that's what it boils down to. It is almost separate but equal. This is what Ron DeSantis and these people are giving me. Separate but equal. We don't want you all to talk about civil rights. We don't want you all to talk about slavery because it makes our children feel uncomfortable. But yet black people have to pass by civil rights relics in some southern states. Don't you think that makes black people feel uncomfortable? When we have to learn about certain things, and again, it's all about what makes you feel comfortable, but screw the other people. And that's not fair. I see there's a thing about power. Here's Ron DeSantis, and they voted to let felons vote and get mad at the people who was helping paying those people's debts off. You paying the vote. You're paying the vote. Now I want y'all to get this. You've done your time. You served your time. You couldn't vote while you were incarcerated. You served your time though, and you can't vote. And you got to pay to vote. Then we want to pass stricter laws now because we know most of those people who are coming out of prison are Democrats. So we want to stop that vote as well. We don't want to have voting on Sunday, and you can't give people who in line no water. Excuse me, you should be doing everything to ensure that all Americans have the right to vote. And this goes right back to the Trump situation. It goes right back to the Trump situation. Because you're telling me that this man, because he has money and he has connections and he was a former president, has the right to do anything he wants. And when we don't see him go to jail, when we see him get arrested, then that makes us say, you know what? Justice is not equal. And she is definitely not blind. When it comes to the scales of justice, no. Because it's saying that you got money. And now, and I want y'all to get this. Now, Fox News and other misguided people are saying that we letting folk out of jail and all of this stuff. Do you not know that Trump, this goes back to cash bail. A lot of people were getting arrested. I'll be there in a minute. Yeah, a lot of people were getting arrested. A lot of people were getting arrested. And these people were innocent. But they will put you in jail. And if you didn't have the cash, you would stay in jail. And a lot of these people have been found innocent, but because they went to jail and could not post bail, they lost jobs, they lost homes, and all of this, and then were found innocent. And so they're saying, if you're not a flight risk, then we're going to let you go home. We're going to let you continue to work your job. Because a lot of people who were poor, who were people of color, but notice I said poor and people of color, so you could be white and poor. They were being held until bail was paid. And then to be found innocent, you've ruined somebody's life. And this is why, but now Republicans and people trying to say, oh, we letting criminals go. Absolutely not. The cash bail system is a form of it's a debtor's type of thing. If you don't have the money, you can't get out. And a lot of these people were found innocent. Some of these things were on minor charges, and these people had bail and couldn't get out of jail. So you are causing people to lose money, causing people to lose jobs, and all of this stuff. People was going to jail, and I'm not talking about for major crimes. I'm talking about for stuff that, they should be able to get out, as long as they're not a flight risk. So I'm just saying all of this, you all. Well, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Trump was not like in New York. They weren't. But like I said, when you have the press and when you have that, people knew that man wasn't a successful businessman. They spoke on it. Bloomberg spoke on it. A lot of people spoke on it. They knew about his failed casino ventures. People spoke on it. But the thing is, now he gets into the White House, and we see that people are making more money in the White House. They use that White House as a cash cow. And I'm still not convinced with this Russia thing, because I think that there's some connection there as well. No, and again, you all, we ain't even touched Mar-a-Lago yet. We have not even touched the top secret documents yet. We haven't even gone to the top secret documents yet. See, it's not even about hate. The man has committed so many crimes. I mean, took the stuff. And the difference between Biden and Pence, because don't forget, Pence even had some stuff, is that they gave the FBI and the Department of Justice full cooperation. Go in, check it. We want to make sure we're doing things right. They did not lie, but this man lied. This man had more stuff that he needed. And that's a problem. And that's obstruction of justice right there. So for you, either the lawyers lied to you and the lawyers need to be put in jail, or you instructed those lawyers to lie. And it's obstruction of justice. We haven't even gotten there yet. We haven't even gotten there yet. And Holy Mother Teresa, I think they have solid evidence. Let me tell you something. They ain't bringing nothing against that man and don't have no solid evidence. Are you crazy? You better believe they got solid evidence. You better hope. I think he has a better chance with the Stormy Daniels than that obstruction of justice in Florida. Because, honey, that's obstruction in Florida. That's some deep stuff. You taking stuff that even some CIA and FBI people don't even have clearance for. He better pray that because he has more indictments on the way. You got the Mar-a-Lago situation. You have the Georgia situation. You have the Stormy Daniels. You still have your businesses and fraud in New York. The man has a boatload of stuff. So come on. Anyway, you all. I don't think these people are going to bring charges on this man with paltry evidence. I don't think they're going to do that. It's not worth the time. I think they have evidence. And they're not the only state. You got Florida for the Mar-a-Lago. You have Georgia. So, Stormy Daniels is not that, but it depends on what they did it for. And if they did it to hush that woman up because of the presidency, it's going to be a problem. Holy Mother Teresa, let me say this. He has a lot going on. He has a big uphill battle because he's done a lot of stuff. And, you know, he's done a lot of criminal stuff. And I think that those roofs have come to nest at this particular point. And yeah. Yep. Okay, well, you want it, but they have it. And all I'm going to say is, Mar-a-Lago, you had no business with some of that stuff. And either you lied or your lawyers lied. And you all like that man because of stuff. Let me say this. I don't think it's going to be good for him. And I think him trying to intimidate those, let me tell you, if he would have threatened people, again, if I would have threatened somebody with a picture of a baseball bat, I would have been locked up. For the mere fact that he can do that to brag and get away with it, y'all think that's okay? You all think that's okay for this man to say it's going to be violence in the street? He's inciting violence. You think that's okay? You think that that's proper behavior? Okay, all right, whatever. So, yeah, y'all, look, I gotta go, but I'm gonna be watching on Tuesday. I'm gonna be right there on Tuesday, and it's not even about liking him or not. It's about right and wrong. Period. Right or wrong. Right or wrong. And don't tell me, and please don't tell me about this. The Republicans spent all that money on Benghazi and then come up with nothing. Wasted the taxpayer dollars. That was a nothing burger. Hillary Clinton, the email server, oh, nothing. Nothing. And we spent money on it. So don't tell us that we wasted, because Republicans, when they do something, everybody need to stop. Everybody need to do this, this, and this, and this. And they make a big issue of it. But we have seen what they come up with nothing. But I think there's something here. And I'm going to leave it at that. I have to go. I got some things to do. I'm heading to the service, but I wanted to say all of this because, again, you know, and let me say this. If Hunter Biden is guilty, he's guilty. See, it doesn't matter to me. If guilt is good, but make sure you have the evidence. Like you said, make sure you have the evidence. And that's exactly where I am. Make sure you have the evidence. And I think they have more than enough for Mr. Trump. I got to go. Peace and love. Y'all take care.